It's 2010. A civil war has broken out.
Pikachu has a gun.
And you guys better buckle up, because it's not all iPhones and Fred videos.
There's a robot civil crisis. Who's gonna save the world?
We're back. We're back once again.
Back at it again.
Hey, wait, hold on. Did you know that we're back?
Where did we go?
Hi, I'm Nick.
We go somewhere every week.
We leave, but we're back now, and
We're back in nondescript, vaguely futuristic city.
all right. So hey guys, we're back,
Hi, I'm Nick.
and today we're coming at you with an Overwatch video. We're gonna be doing things a little bit differently from our Pokemon videos. But we are still going to be talking about character design and how we think some of the designs in Overwatch can be improved. Now, full disclaimer, I don't know if you caught this, but Overwatch is one of my favorite games. It's one of Jane's favorite too. And part of the reason that is because Overwatch has really, really great character design. A lot of care put into it, a lot of new ideas being introduced, and I think that's a really great thing. However, considering the standards that Overwatch holds their character designs to, certain characters in the game feel very lackluster to me. And we're going to be talking about those today.
We're actually going to be breaking these up into separate videos, each video only discussing one character each because we have a lot to say about each character. And, we want to make sure that we discuss everything that we want to talk about and that we can make all the changes that we want to make. So each video is going to be about one character, and today's video we'll be discussing...
Do you honestly think you're f***ing funny?
Reaper. To quote a great mind, why are all the bad guys wear black and purple and red?
Well, I can tell you why. Because it works.
It's the first idea.
Reaper is a very token character, and they really did want that very straightforward,
It's very
edgy,
safe.
Yeah, safe, because it does have mass appeal for a lot of people. But it's not very innovative.
Look at how dark and edgy and stereotypical this character is that you can definitely relate to.
Reaper, yeah, his concept is a close-range combat character who can turn into this sort of like
A wraith.
immaterial wraith and teleport long distances and steals life energy from other players. So okay, obviously you would think Death, Skull, Reaper, Grim Reaper with guns. And I mean, yeah, it's laughable. Anyone who knows more about the lore of Overwatch, please fill in the gaps for us here. But essentially, Reaper wasn't always a bad guy. Before he had a skull mask, he was just a regular looking dude.
Hey.
Yeah,
He was brought back from the dead.
that's part of his
There's
theme.
a lot of cool things you could have done with that.
That's true.
Death is very much a theme with Reaper, and if that was
It's not subtle.
Reaper has a death.
Even the name. I get that was probably the designated class name.
Yeah,
at some
they came
point.
up with that
And-
before.
And then they said it so much that they're like, wait a second. If you say it that many times, it sounds like a name.
The more I look at it, the more it seems very chunky, early 2000s edgy. And I know that's the first thing people say about Reaper. It's like, hot topic. But it really
It is.
does channel that era, that style, and that form of edginess. And it's not like that's a timeless look.
I was going to talk about the mask for a sec. The mask really is it's almost not fair of it because it's going to look good, but is it going to feel original or fresh or feel like it's innovating on top of that? No, not really. I've seen it so many times. Darksiders comes to mind. All this other stuff comes to mind.
I don't know. I would like to see the entire motivation of the character change, for me personally, because I don't think it's enough of a compelling story to have this guy, this very Lion King-esque rivalry where it's like, I wanted to be the commander. Well, you can't be the commander. I'm the commander. And then he They literally went to their grave arguing about it. Dead! And then they came back and they're still arguing about it. And it's not super compelling, if you ask me.
So Reaper reminds me of a character that I came up with when I was around 14, and his name was Shadow Bullet. And he shot vague shadow energy bullets out of his fingers, just like doing the finger gun symbol. And his face was like wrapped up. And Reaper really reminds me of that. He just is very base level. Like,
You thought of him when you were...
Yeah, I don't want to say anything too harsh, but it's like, if I came up with that idea when I was 14, you would think that if I had 20 years of experience being a character artist, I would know to deviate from that.
So, one of my favorite Reaper skins is the Mariachi Reaper, which it's definitely very lighthearted. It's definitely kind of a jokey skin, but I think something very interesting is happening in that skin that's kind of taking Reaper's heritage a little bit more into consideration, because he is Mexican American, and I think with a character that is so obviously focused on the concept of death, maybe bringing that into the concept would help a little bit, especially since he literally turns into a wraith at one point.
I agree with that. I really love his mariachi skin, and I think it brings a whole new perspective on the concept of death and how you can make death into a character. Because from my understanding of it, in the Mexican culture, traditional Mexican culture, death is not a scary thing. Death is kind of a beautiful thing. It's the next phase after life, and they celebrate that. They have a day celebrating their dead, and it's a very beautiful thing. It's not scary at all. So I feel like if this character had a different twist on death, maybe influenced by his Mexican culture, he would look different from any other iteration of death that we've seen in other video games.
I think that I like the idea, because I've been thinking, okay, there are a lot of animal characters in Overwatch. I think we could make him a raven and play into the raven aspect of death, and he could
Does have that skin.
Yeah. I mean, that skin is so much better than his regular skin. And then the Plague Doctor's so much cooler, and just like, I can just see like, it's like a lean gothic raven man, and he doesn't have guns. He uses his hands, and it's more mystic.
Would you want like a cybernetic Plague Doctor kind of thing?
That sounds cool.
That does sound cool. I'm a sucker for Plague Doctor designs.
It sounds cool. I can see the hat. Oh, like those hats.
Yeah. Oh, the big brim hat.
Yeah, and it's just a line. It's just a line with a tiny rectangle on top, and ooh, that looks nice.
What I gravitated towards was the already established lore, so it's kind of more based on that, but I think he should be a soul possessing the experimental Black Watch armor, and I think that can be influenced by the Plague Doctor stuff we were talking about, that can also be influenced by the style of the armor, can be influenced with his culture. I said that he should have a nice coffee.
That's true.
And I think I wrote down scythe ... gun.
Death is kind of a really scary concept to me, and I just associate sadness with it, so...
Okay. So what you're saying is the design is exactly the same, but runny eyeliner.
He's crying, yes.
No, Reaper, it's okay. Jack Morrison's stupid.